But it is what it is, Dadpod. Once again, you know.
One more time.
Yeah.
Dadpod, one more time.
Hey, so shoot, at this point, how was Halloween?
Oh man. Any good takes? What's the best candy you got? What's the best candy you think they got?
Hey, I got to pick whichever candy I wanted from. Matter of fact, speaking of candy, bro, do you remember the house that used to give out the king size candies?
They were. I got
did you find a couple
size?
Yeah, did you get a See,
thank you to the house that still gives out the
shout
big
out to
candy
y'all
bars.
right there, man. Me and my wife
we
was
got
talking
Rice
about
Krispie treats.
Yeah, that was fire. But I was like, I can't wait for the day when I own my own house like that and I can afford to give out full size candy. I want to be the house that gave out the full size candy bar. But anyway, man, I like the sour candy, bro. Like I got like all the sour candy. I mean, this is how it happens right here for me, y'all. I don't know how you do. As we walk, I poison check. Okay, I poison check
as we walk
the candy.
I don't want to eat.
I tend to poison check the chocolate as we walk. And then when I come home, I take my Dadpod6, as we spoke about before, which tends to be the sour candy. So how was yours?
Oh no, they all had full, dang near full bag. Well, about half, 3/4.
Pretty good. Yeah.
You know, if it was a school night, we didn't stay out too long, obviously.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ariana was funny. She had the pumpkin bucket, classic, thing.
And
the handle kept breaking.
Plastic thing falling off.
So you would just all of a sudden hear and freaking candy all over the floor and everything.
I'd have been so bad.
Oh shoot!
Especially over and over. I'm not picking up some of that candy after a few times. Gravel up in your chocolate and shit.
But no, it was fun. I had a full face paint. Maria and I were both dressed up. I looked like freaking Miguel from Coco.
I know when I finally see y'all, I didn't recognize you.
Yeah. Oh, you motherfucker. You're probably what were you throwing at me?
M&M's.
Oh, they were heavy ass M&M's.
It was a peanut was.
I was just standing there by a car, and something hits me in my back. And I tell Maria, "Are you fucking throwing?"
I watched you.
And she's like,
"You said, did you hit me?"
Yeah. And she was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, I did." And then it hits me right dead in my chest. And then you just start laughing. I look up like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" I was losing.
It was so. I'm sitting there. I didn't even see you guys. We passed you guys. My kids went up, and we passed you guys. And me and my wife were sitting there, and I'm like, I can hear your voice. And I'm like, that definitely sounds like John, but I couldn't tell you. I just could see your back, and then you said you have the face paint.
Yeah.
And then I kept hearing something like, that's definitely. Then I seen all the rest of your squad, and I'm like, that's definitely John. And I was down. I said, watch. John's one of those guys. He gets really mad when people throw water bottles or something in the crowd, right? Who threw that? He's that guy. Who threw that, right? And so I was like, watch. And I was like, shoo. And I stepped in, boom, and hit, like you said, it kind of hit your back. And I watched you go, did you hit me? She did kind of. She was doing this to you. And she's like, yeah, it was me. And then again, I was like, and the next one was like, and I watched you again, like, no, somebody's throwing candy. And I threw the third one. The third one is when you finally see me.
Like ice cubes. I was like, that wasn't no M&M. That was supposed to be the peanut ones, huh?
It was the peanut ones.
I
was pretty close too, though. I was pretty, pretty close. I was throwing it pretty good because I was trying to make sure I didn't hit Maria as well. She was right next to you, so I was making sure I slid it right in, to hit it. But yeah, it was funny. Your face did exactly what I thought you was gonna do.
Yeah, cool. No, I read by one of my students, and I was like walking next to her, and she like looked, and I was like, Jennifer. And I took off my hood, and she was like, "Oh, Mr. Fuck." She was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" And I was like, "I was there. It was there. It was there for the taking."
Yeah. I'm taking.
Like, you're one of those. I was like, "You're one of those. You're easy, man." But then I walk up to houses, and I'd see other kids or other people, and I swear to Bob, I heard someone say like, "Is that Hulk? What is that Hulk?" And I saw two kids right there. One was in a Spider-Man costume, and one was like a frat boy. He had the sweater tied with the super nice clothes. And,
that's kind of cool.
You know what I mean? He had the little hair lip.
Oh, maybe Ken, because the Barbie movie. I saw a lot of Barbies. I didn't even think of that. That's solid.
Yeah,
but that's funny.
He was a Ken doll. Either or.
It looks the same.
Same.
Well, I was wondering because if he had that little parted blonde.
No, he had the nice polo, very nice shirt. Then he had the very fancy sweater tied.
Man, I'm sitting like, man,
no, it was good.
The costumes I've seen, I'm like, they are getting way better than when I was growing up. I don't care. What was your favorite costume that you wore as a kid? For me, I was just telling my wife, I said the two best costumes I ever had, my mom made straight up. Yeah. One of them, she got like the sewing kit from Walmart, and she made me Peter Pan. I was like 5 years old, and it was solid, bro. It looked real, right? And then the second best one ever, which nowadays we'd probably be canceled, right? We'd be canceled nowadays if I wore this now. But it was a last minute thing. My suit didn't come in. And so she took a couple of my dad's big shirts and we put pillows. And I was a big fat man, right? And same thing. Those are my favorite. And then my third one, the mask, the actual Jim Carrey, the mask.
You had the mask.
I had the mask, and I had a white tailored suit that my grandpa gave me, and we tailored that mug, and I was the mask. Those are my 3 top ones. What about you? You got any like those set in my mind?
Yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, well, like one of my favorite ones I always remember. I was a red Power Ranger. You know, I loved Power Rangers when I was little. But I was Hulk Hogan.
Ooh.
Oh, you know, he was the hottest thing, and my mom made it. She had a yellow shirt.
Hell yeah.
And I want to know. I don't remember if it was a Hulk Hogan shirt, but it was a nice yellow. And she like put the rips in it.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
Put the rips in it perfectly.
Fire.
I had the pants. I had the hair and the bandana. She drew like the mustache on me, all like and like I won't forget like having the yellow and everything like
That's
that.
Dope.
And I was Hulk Hogan. I was a hobo one time. And I only liked it because I won a contest at school.
Oh yeah.
And I was in a like a costume wax museum where they make the kids stand. They go into the cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
It's kids that get fully dressed up and they make you stand on the table and you pick a pose and they bring in kids to look at you and you're like it's like a wax museum, but you're a real person and you got to pick a stance. So I was always like picking different stances to look like a hobo, like
that's super.
You know, and I had kids putting stuff like money in my hat. Because I had that little boulder hat, like, you know, that they wear. It was perfect. Like, you know, there was a set of clowns that I did like a different crazy pose.
To be a kid.
But I mean, everything all the way to like one time, I remember we couldn't all get fancy costumes. I just got this one bad alien mask, a full rubber alien mask.
Full over the head.
And it was like a serious big-eyed green alien, you know. And I went to school with jeans and a hoodie. And I put that hood up and I didn't talk to nobody.
There you go.
And I got second place in my classroom.
There you go.
Only because they didn't know. They were like, "Who the hell is that?" And all I did was like I just moved my head, and that's all you guys. And I'm like, that's half of that's half of getting scary. But you know, hell, I saw these last night. Some inflatable clowns that looked like they were walking on their hands. Did you see them? Oh, I was like, I
did not see those.
Crazy. At school, there was a kid with like an inflatable Patrick. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some fun.
But I saw the poor kid running, and they had to stop and take a break. And then like the backpack, they're carrying it on the arm, you know. And it's like I saw all day.
Man, you know,
stop. Put the bag down, like take like 5 seconds.
You ever been to Not Scary Farm?
Yep. Went when I was 15 for my birthday.
You know those guys, they run and then they go on the floor and the shit straight.
They have the sparks. They got the flint.
That's what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have that and do that here in town. That would be fire.
I think they make those. I mean,
I'm sure I could get it, but I always forget.
Oh, I saw a female Freddy Krueger skin.
Did you? That's dope. I've seen a couple of
it was like a last minute. Like I saw the sweater and I was like, oh, it's like a Freddy Krueger sweater. And then as she got close to me, she was holding a drink and a freaking like she passed. I was like, oh shit! Oh, she got the glow. Oh shit! Like you know,
that's when I was
because I wasn't expecting like I was just like thought she was wearing ugly ass.
I always say I'm gonna get Batman, the real Batman one eventually. They're hundreds of dollars. That's why I haven't got it.
Oh, I want a Ninja Turtle one.
Oh,
I want that's what I want. That's my goal.
Okay, look, man. I'm down for Ninja Turtles, dog. Don't play with me.
I'm not playing.
I will buy a freaking Ninja Turtle costume.
I want to be Donatello,
but a real one though. Like a
yeah,
I'm down. I never thought of that in my life, bro. Yeah. That would be fire. I gotta learn how to do a backflip.
No, I'll be Donatello. It's my favorite one.
You gotta be able to do something. Man.
I know how to use a staff.
Okay.
You're fucked with the other one. You can be Michelangelo, just be the fucking giggly.
That's what I was gonna say. I have to be that one. Yeah,
just don't smack yourself.
Yeah,
Michelangelo. Michael.
I'd be perfect.
You didn't even sound for Michelangelo.
Hey, straight up. Hey, I'm with it, man. Let's do that next year. But man, on another subject, I was thinking about it right as we was walking around through that. I seen a lot of the little couples and stuff, and I'm like sitting there looking at certain ages and stuff. And I'm like, well, what age to you is like? I guess what age is because look, we know I was a late bloomer. I ain't dated or nothing like that. So later, so I'm saying like, what's an age? Because like my son again, I always try to go back to my son because I got a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old. Damn, she about to be 4 anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, I got a 9-year-old and he said one of his friends asked this little girl out and he was saying all his the little homeboys hating because that he hangs out with her all the time at school. And I'm like, he's 9. Where else is he supposed to hang out with her at?
Yeah, that's the only time he gets.
hey, can we go by the basketball court or the playground? We only have 2 options here. But anyway, along that,
No, you're right.
I kind of thought that was funny. I felt like that was a little young to be saying, "Hey, you're my girlfriend." But at the same time, it's in movies of that sense. It's in movies like that too. I had my first kiss when I was like 5, right? But we didn't know no better. It was, you know what I mean? But
No,
I'm just curious.
That's when you realize you like girls.
Exactly. So I'm just
curious. At that age when kids start realizing what they're gonna like.
Because my daughter's talked about liking boys now and things about that.
Oh yeah.
But I just mean like as far as an actual full blown, and this is where like this too, because now that I'm already on the subject, because I had to really have this conversation more with my daughter than my son, but definitely my daughter, where about having that self respect for yourself, right? Like you can't. And even if you like this little boy, you don't want to change for this person.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that same thing,
exactly.
Like in this my I don't know if I told it, because I only talked to like 5 people in my whole life. So,
yeah.
But I don't know who I told it. Right, I probably told you somebody. But no, but I know you remember the movie Bedazzled with Brandon Fraser.
Oh yeah.
I think it was okay. So he runs into this devil. And the devil gives him a wish of any way she wants. And this whole thing is he's trying to get with this girl, right? And so he wants to be a badass, right? And so she makes him the most badass guy ever. And the girl he likes leaves him because he's not sensitive enough. So then he asks the devil, he says, I want to be more sensitive. So the devil makes him the most sensitive guy in the world. Then she leaves him for an average Joe because she says, you're too sensitive. You're crying at sunset, for God's sake, right? So my point was, you can't get into, I've talked to my son and my daughter about this. You can't get into a relationship and completely base your entire relationship solely off of that person. You have to be your own person, right? Because if you say, oh, well, she wants me to be more sensitive, she wants me to be more manly, she wants me to be more, then what happens when she leaves? You don't have you, right? And it's like, that's a big deal for both. I'm trying to tell both of my kids, don't invest so much in them. Invest in you, have something to bring to the table, right? And then that's how, at least how me and my wife have lasted so far. We both bring shit to the table, right? As nobody's there just to go take something off the table. We both bringing it there. But that's why I said, what age do you think? Because I mean, that's what I said. I'm already like trying to get this into my children's heads, right? You got to be you. You can't just, you know what I'm saying?
Well, fortunately for me, the age is 13, and I think the age is actually different on every kid.
Definitely, yeah.
I told my daughter always, the moment anything, you're gonna let me know. You hide anything behind me.
Definitely, communication.
I was like, I got you. You have my trust. I was like, I'm gonna trust you more than anybody else in this world. I was like, you get a fresh slate. I was 100% trust right now. I was like, but and it starts, with that, and it did. And I remember one night, Maria and I were up late. And she came and told us. She told her mom first, just to make sure it was safe.
Yeah, always.
Oh yeah. and then mom broke it to me, and then then they had their little mommy daughter moment. But I told her that's fine. I was like, what's his name? Blah, blah. Show me a picture. Some ugly ass kid with hair in his face, like all of them. And so she was like, yeah, well, he asked me. I was like, whatever. I was like, you're just gonna be at school. Like, don't think you're gonna go anywhere or anything like that. Like,
yeah.
You can if you're gonna hold hands at school, I'd say I was like, but and then I really don't have to tell her anything. Her mom will jump in and say, that's the thing is like, you don't have to change for anybody.
There goes
you're fine the way you are, and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
You're completely fine the way you are.
And I love that part, like you said, the communication.
Yeah,
communication.
So freaking no, it doesn't. It's just like I said, it's communication. She told me, right off the bat, that it's gonna be fine, and it was, and it's already kind of over already, because
he's like,
yes, because whatever they had, already ended.
Oh, we got Dadpod issues. We had to.
Well, we're gonna get the hell away from that freaking barking ass dog.
We had to move for the dog, so I'm just gonna hold it for the moment because otherwise it's
gonna
fall.
I kind of.
You know how it is, Dadpod.
Pardon the interruption.
We had that dog barking.
Yeah, it was like right there, and if his owner wasn't out there,
I need to order another one of those the little phone holder things that I have in my Jeep, because that thing wouldn't have failed.
I know.
But anyway, back to the communication. No, I really agree. It's important to have that channel open with your kids, because same thing. Growing up, I hid a lot of that from my parents because I felt like I would be in trouble. I was too afraid to say stuff because I was going to be in trouble. You know what I mean? And like you said, now, is there going to be trouble? Can you get in trouble? For damn sure. There's ways you go get in trouble. However, that's the point of the communication. If I can clearly communicate to my child, these are the boundaries, these are the rules, right? And the same thing in that sense of, like you said, it's a natural thing that boys and girls are going to like each other. They're going to want to get close and those kind of things. I want to communicate that. Just like I said, There's certain shit I'm telling you right now. I've already told my daughter, you need to go talk to mom. We ain't doing that. I ain't gonna have those conversations. I don't care how old she is. I don't care if she's married with kids. I'm not having certain conversations. Okay. But anyway, I'm just saying overall, I want that communication so bad. And anyway, it sounded like you got that already with yours from the jump.
Yeah. So, she knows. And when she said it, she was like, oh, I feel so relieved now. And I'm like,
sure.
That's all you got to worry about is your mom and I. As long as we know, then I don't give a damn about anything else. And like I said, I guess it's already, I don't want to say whatever over to say meanly because she'll probably be watching this, at one point. But yeah, whatever. She's already proved to me she can do those little things right there. It's just until that one time where they try and they go behind your back, and they do it and they get caught because they will get caught. We all got caught once or twice.
It's like we've been there.
You just gotta make sure when you get caught, you don't look like a complete idiot. Yeah. Like some people, that we've known in our lives. But that's just pretty much how I go on there. But yeah. And then now she's thinking about what she wants. Like I said, she does art on the side. She doesn't really know what she wants to do when she grows up. She sees her Auntie Leah. She's in the Air Force. My sister Leah. My sister Sonny's going to go to ASU.
Oh wow! Okay.
She's gonna try to go. She's an honor roll. She's a freaking principal honor roll.
Awesome.
4.0 her whole thing. She can go wherever she wants. Wow. She can go wherever she wants. Yeah, she's awesome. The smartest kid. The only one actually had straight A's her whole life.
Wow.
And then
Shit, you had really good grades for a long time too, didn't you?
I did. And then my senior year, I didn't give an F anymore, so I only cared about the 3 classes I didn't graduate. Because I told him, well, you know what? Because as you're an adult, what do you get asked? Do you have a diploma? Yes. There's not a spot that says, and your GPA? Unless you're on like a college application. But for a job, for a job, they're not going to ask you a GPA.
That's
for college and school and stuff like that. Yeah, but what do you think kids should be working towards?
That's what. See, that's what I mean. Like that, I never even looked at it like that. Like I said, on a job application, they're not asking your GPA. And now listen to me.
The schools will.
School-wise, I didn't have great grades, and it wasn't definitely because I was stupid. Now, math, I was stupid. I was remedial all the way up in that much. But anyway, what I'm saying is, it wasn't because I was stupid. It wasn't challenging. It was repetitive. No. It was the same shit over and over and over. So I wouldn't do the homework because it was boring. Like, I remember I literally told my mom, I broke it down and which shows I wasn't bad at math, actually. But I broke it down, right? You get what, 15% for attendance. You get the final is 30% of your grade, right? So right off the bat, that's 45% as long as I just show up and I actually pass that final, right? Then the one little quiz was 15%, right? So it's like, in all reality, if I just show up, pass this one test and this one quiz, I can literally fail every homework assignment and it wouldn't matter. And so I choose. So this is where I wish I would have found music back in the day, because I would have used my time wise. And this is what I would say: I chose to use my time to do shit. Didn't do nothing with it, but I knew my time was available.
Well,
right?
You wrote poems.
Well, I guess, but same thing. I didn't know I was going to use those. You know what I mean? I wish I would have known I was going to use it towards something. But anyway, just overall stuff like with school and stuff like that, I definitely knew GPA wasn't that. I knew I wasn't meant for the military. I was the first one in my family that did not go to the military. I was the first Romero, and I remember. I almost went a few times, and every time I tried to sign up and I talked to the recruiter, I was just like, this just ain't for me. It ain't for me. And this is the concept, right? Like, and I know a lot of you guys will feel this way. I'm not meant to take orders. I don't care. I'm not meant to take orders. And some people are, and I don't mean this in a bad way, okay? There is leaders and there is followers. And again, not in a bad way. Not everybody's meant to lead. You can't have 10 leaders in the room. We're all meant to lead our different paths, right? Me and him are both leaders, but not of the same thing. Do you understand what I'm saying there? So that's what I'm trying to say with my kids as well. Like, I'm trying to make them, I want to be an owner, but will my kids want to be an owner? Would they want that kind of responsibility? So if they do not want to be an owner, then same thing. Go to school for something you actually love. Not that makes the most money. Because like you said, that GPA ain't about to get you hired. Because see, I did not go to school. My sister did. I've had 12 years of work experience. She has 2.
Yep.
Who's going to get the job faster? But I don't know. I'm just saying in scenarios.
Yes.
Same thing. There's trade schools. It doesn't have to be a general 4-year college.
No.
Right? There's trade schools can be in construction.
No, and I've never gone to college consistently, but I've been taking classes for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
And now it's finally accumulated.
Definitely.
And
it doesn't pay off.
It's whatever is gonna fit you.
And that's what it is. Some people.
It's whatever.
My mom went to college.
If it's gonna
my dad went
you,
to college.
and it's gotta make you happy.
Yeah.
Because I did too. I did at one point want to be like a Navy SEAL. And I did talk to the recruiters. I had AVID all 4 years. That's all I was drilled about was what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? My whole high school was like, what college you going to? What college you going to? Yeah, I bet I can still sign in my old school Yahoo account and probably have 800 messages from colleges still.
That's crazy.
You know, and college was sounding great and everything, but I knew if I was going to go to school, I wanted, to study to become a zoologist or naturalist.
I remember you said that.
And I remember the schooling. Like I actually talked to somebody about the whole path, and I was like, 7-8 years. F that. I'm not going to school for 8 more years. Because when I graduated, and I even tell everybody this, I tell my own kid, I tell everybody, I was one of those kids, like I graduated, so I never have to do that crap again.
Yeah.
And that's why whatever I do, or whatever I go to accomplish, I do it because once I do it, then I don't have to do it again.
Straight up.
And that's when I tell the kids, I'm like, don't look at it like, oh, this is all stupid. No, just do it so you don't have to do it again. You're gonna have to do it. I mean, or else you will flip burgers the rest of your life, and I won't talk you down for it because I flipped burgers for a good, for a good minute. And I was like, actually, technically, I never flipped the burgers. I was the one that handed it through the window. I had the cool job. I got to talk to people. But anyways, I was like, so I won't bash that. But you might become a general manager one day, but you will have to work 10, 15 years to get there.
And that's kind of what I mean right there.
You know?
It's not the job, but it's teaching the work ethic, right?
Teaching the work
Whether
ethic.
it's with school or it's sports or it's actual work, the work ethic, I guess, is what we're conversating about.
I mean,
teaching the work ethic.
If you're going to be happy making 35,000 a year, then stay at a burger place.
I've said that before all the time, right?
I mean, you can live in Blythe at a nice apartment.
When I used to clean toilets, you say all the time. I had a couple people. How does it feel cleaning the toilet? I'm like, how the toilet look? Was it clean? Oh, it was clean. Cleanest fucking toilet you ever sat on. Right?
I used to scrub the drive-thru in Jack in the Box, and I would talk to people in their cars.
That's what I mean.
And I would see that look at, like, they were looking at me like, they would look at me like, this fool's out here scrubbing and drive-thru, And I told them, I was like, I probably make about almost $5 a day in change picking it up. And I was like, and this is the cleanest. You see this? You can eat off this. You can eat off this drive. As a matter of fact, I can tell how brand new your tires are on my drive-thru. I was like, I would see, I'm like, oh man, why does this person have to skid right here? Wow. Stuff like that. But
I know what you're saying.
I took pride in what I did. And then, and I tell you, anybody knows my work history. My work history speaks for itself.
My gosh.
I've only applied for like a few jobs my whole life. I've always been summoned.
Yeah.
I've always been like, hey, can I give you a job? Hey, can I give you a job?
My wife gets that a lot.
Can I give you a job?
Man. I swear she gets that a lot too.
Well, because people recognize the good workers.
My problem is I don't be believing people, dog. People be lying, so I had it growing up. I had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you want to work for me?" I'm like, "This fool lying."
Hey, the only time I ever dealt with that at work was when I worked at freaking Kmart.
Yeah, I just had
when they gave me a promotion, and then I worked one day in training at the service desk. I'd only been there a few, like not even I think like 3 months. Mm-hmm. Gave me a promotion, had 1 day of training, took my 2 days off, came back, acted like it never happened. They acted like it never happened. Fucking no. The only person I had my immediate supervisor. I would tell her, hey, so when am I gonna get more training days? Like I didn't see it on my schedule, like training, like it did last week. And she was like, I don't know. I'll talk to them. And so like 1-2 days goes by. She goes on her days off. Like it's fucking Friday. I'm like, so next week I'm training. Like this is my last week as a cashier, right? They're like, yeah, we'll see. Fucking, I come back on my days off again. I could be trained. She's like, they didn't say anything. I'm like, well, the schedule's out again, and I'm still saying cashier. What the hell's going on? And yeah. And then when I went,
the biggest case of psych I've ever heard.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Hey, you're mad.
I never did, because you know me, I'm not trying to be the employee.
No, that's that. Gotta be quicker than that.
The supervisors, it was almost like they told him like, no, we changed our mind. So just fucking let him think whatever. You know what? And,
so foul,
and I knew what it was because I learned it. I knew what it was because I learned it in Red Cactus. Is I was very aggressive. You know, my leadership was aggressive. Like I'm gonna show you, but I would also tell you.
I wouldn't say aggressive. I wouldn't say aggressive. You're very straightforward.
Yeah, but I would also tell you if you weren't doing your job while I was doing your job. And I would make you look like an idiot because I would do your job better than you even do your job. Mm-hmm. So it even looks like, what are you doing here? I'll make you look obsolete. And I freaking remember all the goddamn freaking times that this shit would freaking happen all the time.
That's funny, man.
But yeah, man. Good times. Good times.
Wait, man. Anyway, that's been a dad pod today, man. I ain't even lying. I must have yawned like 4 times in this. I'm like, this is later than we do it. I'm starting to feel like
yesterday was
dad.
Halloween.
Oh, damn.
And all that candy we're eating now is gonna
I was
catch
like,
up
man,
to us.
I wasn't tired here a minute. It's getting dark. It's like, see, that's the dad part. I'm starting to get a little bit older. It's getting nighttime.
It's getting nighttime.
You need to go in and get some dinner, son. But anyway, that's been the dad pod for today. Hope
we'll tune in next week with another episode.
Hit us up with some suggestions. What y'all want to talk about?
We should have like that Batman logo spin. You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh, I'm gonna see if
that
I got
spinning
it.
Batman logo.
I can do something like
without
that.
us getting
I'm
sued.
gonna let.
Or not, or like a Dadpod
logo. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. What
without the music, we be straight. It's the same. You can't
something in there like
you can't trademark a spinning item.
No. But some type of superhero.
I'm with it. I'll make up a
superhero. Yeah.
I got you. I got it. All right, and that concludes today's episode. I hope you learned all the supreme, extreme knowledge that we gave you today. Anyway, we out of here. Peace.
Have a good one.